Cause I'm sick of standing up instead of going down. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a fucking freak like me.
It had been a while since Goku and Z Fighters defeated Moro the Planet Eater. Months after that, the gods had a meeting which was only done in situation of great importance, and this was it. The survival of all the universes fell on two mortals, one of which had great influence on decisions of Omni King, just like the Tournament of Power.
This Saiyan God Goku can prove to be dangerous for us in future. Worst cases could occur due to this mortal. Stupid or not, Xeno-sama would listen to what he says, and his friend Vegeta is always against us gods.
Other gods agreed with Belmont, but suddenly Grand Priest came to them. All gods got scared seeing him.
No need to be scared. In fact, I was thinking the same thing from quite a while now. Goku has achieved mastered Ultra Instinct, and there seems to be no sign of him being on his limit. On top of it, the same goes for Vegeta. Beerus has even taught him Ultra Ego. If this continues, they will not only kill the gods, but also angels.
Vase interrupts and says,
But Father, Goku is very kind. He won't ever do anything like that. And as for Vegeta, he doesn't seem to have any interest with us gods. He only want to be at the same level as Goku.
That's enough, Vase. You have already said too much. You should understand how dangerous this situation is. Vase, I understand. You have been training them for quite a while now. So you are attached to them, but just think, whenever those two transform, their personality changes. Who knows, if they get some new power, what will happen?
Maybe you're right, Father.
So are you suggesting we kill them? No, we can't do that. If his ki disappears, Lord Xeno-sama will come to know what happened. So we have to think of something else.
Father, maybe we should lock them in angelic time chamber. And when Lord Xeno-sama asks about Goku, we tell him that he's training with Vegeta in time chamber.
Good idea, Margarita. We'll do just that. Vase, I entrust you with this task.
Of course, Father. I'll do just as you say.
And hence the meeting of gods ended. All gods returned to their universes. Goku and Vegeta were training on Beerus' planet. Quite a while has passed since Whis and Beerus left for God's meeting. When they arrive, Whis offers Goku and Vegeta to train in angelic time chamber.
Goku, Vegeta, why don't you train in angelic time chamber to improve your abilities?
That would be awesome, Whis. We can even go all out without worrying to destroy our surroundings.
If I can fight Kakarot and see who's more stronger, I'll go anywhere. Whis, what's going on here?
Oh, it's you, Lord Beerus. It's nothing. Whis was just offering us to train in angelic time chamber.
Good for you. And at least, now I won't be disturbed while sleeping, and the plan can be easily executed.
What's that face for Lord Beerus?
Nothing. Do whatever you want, just don't disturb me.
So do you guys want to go now?
Yea, why not?
Just do it fast. I want to defeat this clown as soon as possible and claim the title of strongest mortal.
I won't be losing to you that easily, Vegeta.
Okay, now, you both just go for it.
And so Goku and Vegeta enters the angelic time chamber without knowing that they are trapped. Goku and Vegeta decides to start fighting.
Let's do this, Vegeta.
You bet Kakarot. Get ready to lose.
They start fist clashing, and goes on it for a while. Then Goku uses his Kamehameha and Vegeta uses his Gallic Gun. Both attack hits each other and gets dispersed. Both of them then transforms into Blue Super Saiyan, but there seems no power difference. So Goku uses his Blue Kaioken to its max and Vegeta uses his Blue Evolve. The fight goes on for a while. They were enjoying it. After some time passed, they finally decided to use their maximum power. Goku uses his mastered Ultra Instinct to its fullest and Vegeta uses his Ultra Ego to its fullest. Both of them uses their most powerful attack. Goku uses his Kamehameha and Vegeta uses his Final Flash infused with Hawkeye energy. Their attack were powerful enough to destroy a universe easily. When their attacks hits with each other, a bright light is generated. The light was bright enough to even blind deity. They were struggling to overtake each other's attack. This fight converted into a wave battle. After struggling for a long time, the match ended in a tie. They were out of energy and exhausted. They started asking Whis to bring them out of the time chamber, but there was no response. Just so you all know, this was angelic time chamber, so it supports life to live on there for a long time without having a meal. So now back to story. After getting no response, Vegeta starts to get suspicions on Whis and Beerus.
Why isn't Whis letting us out? Has he betrayed us? This is odd. Now that I think, why did he suddenly offered us to train here just after coming from the gods' meeting?
Don't worry, Vegeta. This might be part of our training. Whis will let us out when it's time.
If you say so, Kakarot.
They slowly recovered and started sparring again. 3 years has passed inside time chamber since any response from Whis, so both realized that what Vegeta said was right and wise, and Beerus betrayed them.
Why did they do this to us? They could have at least said something.
It doesn't matter now, Kakarot. When I get out of here, I will kill them.
I'm with you, Vegeta. They will pay for what they did.
The kind Goku and Vegeta had a great personality change after knowing that they were betrayed by those who they considered their friend. In the real world, only 3 hours has passed. Beerus and Whis were watching them from his staff, but they didn't care about their hatred towards them, and got bored of seeing them, thinking,
What can they even do to us? In some days millennia will pass through. And time chamber's ability to keep them alive won't work. They will need food. It only decreases necessity of meal to survive. It won't hold them longer than a month or 2. I should inform Father that our plan was successful. Lord Beerus, I shall take my leave to inform Father of this information.
Very well, Whis, then maybe I'll sleep for a year or 2.
Oh my lord, you shouldn't slept that long now that Goku and Vegeta are gone.
Don't worry, if anything do happens, I will wake up.
As you wish, my lord.
and so Whis leaves to meet Grand Priest. Back on planet Earth, everyone was deciding for a gift for Trunks' birthday party. Gohan and Piccolo decided to train after seeing how weak they were during Moro incident. Gohan managed to learn to fuse his mystic form with his Super Saiyan 2, which made him a lot stronger, and Piccolo came to know about named God who created Super Dragon Balls and decided to get God Kita so that he can hold his own against new danger that comes. Trunks was excited for his birthday and was training with Goten. Both wanted to reach Super Saiyan 3 so they could surprise their fathers. A month passed, but for Goku and Vegeta over 1,000 years passed. They perfected their Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. While fighting each other for over 1,000 years, they were lost in Time Chamber and weren't visible on Whis staff anymore. So Wise and Beerus thought they were dead and informed Grand Priest. Grand Priest and all gods were very happy to hear hearing that Goku and Vegeta died, but little did they know, Goku and Vegeta were still fighting with each other, trying to reach new height to kill all those gods and angels, but they were finally starting to feel hungry and little weak. They didn't know how long they could last.
Kakarot, do you also feel hungry and weak?
Yes, Vegeta.
Damn it, the chamber is almost at its limit to keep us alive.
Vegeta, we need to raise our power more quickly, so that we can destroy this chamber and get out. Our current power isn't enough.
Yes, Kakarot, we will most likely be able to stay alive for another 400 years. We need to do something quickly.
Maybe 400 years will be enough to get that power.
I wish you were right, Kakarot.
No one had seen both Goku and Vegeta for a month now, and Trunks' birthday was coming in few days, so Bulma contacted Whis to ask about them, but Whis didn't tell her anything. In fact, Beerus, after getting frustrated, warned them to not contact them again. Bulma and everyone started to get suspicious of the situation and decided to use Dragon Balls. They used Dragon Balls. Sky turned black, climate changed. The dragon had more power than ever before due to Tend upgrading them. They asked the dragon about where Goku and Vegeta are. They came to know that they are lost and locked in angelic time chamber. They were shocked to hear what Shenron told them, and asked how this happened. Shenron told them everything about God's meeting. Their third wish was to know about how much longer they can last in chamber, and came to know only 10 to 13 days were left for them to live without food and water. And so after giving them all these information, Shenron took his leave. Everyone was in a panic, but Tend advised them to use named Dragon Balls to make both of them immortal so they can stay alive. Gohan and Piccolo decided to go to planet Namek. Bulma prepared a spaceship for them. They left for Namek the next day. Meanwhile, in Time Chamber, something odd was happening. Goku and Vegeta were doing wave battle and produced tremendous amount of energy, which was too much for Time Chamber to handle, so it started shaking but wasn't destroyed. Goku and Vegeta were out of energy yet again. They try the same thing to destroy the Time Chamber, but it wasn't enough. They needed more power. Suddenly Goku had the idea of using fusion, but Vegeta wasn't ready to do that. It took Goku 2 days to make him get ready to fuse with him. But when they fused and tried to use even 50% of their power, they got unfused. The power was too much to handle for fusion. They could only use their full power in Vegeta form by using Potara. 9 days passed in real world. Gohan and Piccolo reached on planet Namek. Goku and Vegeta were too weak and were unable to move anymore, so they decided to use meditation training like Gyre. Meanwhile, Gohan and Piccolo started to search for Dragon Balls, and it took them only a day. Due to their training, their speed was incredibly increased. They summoned Porunga and asked if he could teleport Goku and Vegeta in front of them, but it wasn't possible for him to do so. They decided to ask to make them a model. Porunga granted their wish and the Dragon Balls scattered. All weakness that Goku and Vegeta were feeling was gone. They didn't need food and water anymore. They survived, but decided to raise their power.
After becoming immortal, Goku and Vegeta didn't need to eat. All that weakness that they were feeling was gone thanks to their friends and family on Earth. Goku and Vegeta started their training again. Till now, Goku and Vegeta perfected and mastered their Ultra forms and both reached Blue Super Saiyan 2. Goku infused Kaioken 50 times with his Blue Super Saiyan 2. Surprisingly, Vegeta learned to use Kaioken thanks to Goku, and infused Kaioken 15 times with his Blue Super Saiyan 2. Some time passed. It seemed like they were at their limit and cannot increase their power beyond what it was. But their current power wasn't enough to break the chamber. They tried desperately for few years but couldn't do anything, so they started thinking what to do next. Meanwhile, on Earth, all Z fighters are training, preparing themselves to help Goku and Vegeta, and if gods decide to attack Earth. Piccolo and Gohan decide to use Time Chamber. They asked Ten to increase the Time Chamber's strength so they could practice longer. Ten accepted their request. By the time Ten improved Time Chamber, Piccolo was gone to planet Namek to know more about Namek god Zalama. He came to know that Zalama was the strongest being in all multiverse. He created Super Dragon Balls, and Dragon Balls' power depends on their founder's power. He asked the elders there about how to achieve God Ki. The elders told him that he needs to kill someone with God Ki and devour the person. Then only he can achieve God Ki, and after achieving God Ki there will be no limit to his power. His power increase will depend on his own efforts and training. Piccolo didn't know how he could kill someone with God Ki. He was too weak to do that. But elders told him that he can get his potential unlocked by Dragon Balls, which will help him get to the level of Goku's Super Saiyan God transformation. So Piccolo decides to use Dragon Balls as soon as they are available, and returns to Earth. It took Den 2 days to improve Time Chamber. Now in one Earth day, 2 years passes inside Time Chamber instead of 1. Gohan was happy to hear that Den improved Time Chamber. Gohan said, "You are awesome, Den, you improved it in only 2 days." Den said, "This is the best I can do for now. I wish I could help you guys more." Piccolo arrived on the lookout asking if the Time Chamber was ready. Gohan said, "It's ready, Piccolo, let's start our training. Bulma packed 10 years worth of food for us." Piccolo said, "Yes, Gohan, we will go. Give me a moment." Den, when will be Dragon Balls ready to use again? Den said, 8 months from now, but if you want I can decrease the time by upgrading it. Piccolo said, "If you can, please do that. I want my potential to be unlocked by Shenron." Den accepted the request. After that, Gohan and Piccolo entered the Time Chamber. They were battling non-stop like their life depends on this training. After 2 years passed in Time Chamber continuously fighting. All this training increased their power a lot, but it wasn't enough. Gohan felt tremendous power boiling inside him. While both of them were fighting, Gohan screamed. Gohan has now transformed into Super Saiyan 3. Piccolo was shocked and happy to see this. Gohan said, "Is this the power Father feels when he transforms into Super Saiyan 3? It is incredible. I feel like I can destroy a planet easily. But it's not enough, I have to get stronger." Piccolo and Gohan decide to test his power, so they started sparring. Gohan's speed was too much for Piccolo to handle. Every time Piccolo tried to land a hit, Gohan would just dodge the attack, so they decided to do meditation training. 10 years flew by, their food supply ran out, so they got out of time chamber. Only 5 days passed in real world. All Z fighters sensed that Piccolo and Gohan were a lot stronger than before. Both of them ate food and then asked other Z fighters to train with them. Everyone agreed. They came to meet Bulma for more food. Bulma told them that she was working on a device that will increase the gravity on their body, which can help them train inside time chamber. They were happy to hear that. After getting more food for them to last another 10 years, they entered time chamber, accompanied by Tane, Krillin, 17, 18 and even Trunks and Goten, because they wanted to transform in Super Saiyan 3 without fusing. On entering, Gohan proposed to make sparring partners, Krillin with 17, Tane with 18, Goten, Trunks and Piccolo with Gohan. Everyone agreed. Goten and Trunks fused into Gotenks and turned into Super Saiyan 3. Gotenks and Piccolo started attacking Gohan this time. Both sides were evenly matched. Their training continued. Goten and Trunks also trained while unfused. Another 10 years passed. They realized their age wasn't increasing. They came out of time chamber and asked Dend about it and got to know that he included that feature when he improved the time chamber last time. Both Goten and Trunks achieved Super Saiyan 3 and mastered it. Gohan also mastered his Super Saiyan 3, but they were stuck at that transformation. There was no way of becoming Super Saiyan God. Suddenly Gohan had an idea to use Dragon Balls to gather the God Key that is left on Earth that was released by Goku and Vegeta while they were training, and get it poured inside Gohan, which can make him get Super Saiyan God. It was a great idea, but Dragon Balls will take another 1 month after Den's continuous efforts. Gohan and Piccolo decided to go and train on planet Yardrat for some time. And after meeting their family, Gohan and Piccolo were ready to leave for planet Yardrat, but Goten and Trunks insisted on taking them too. So after some time they came to conclusion to take both of them too, and left. Meanwhile, inside angelic time chamber, another 600 years passed. Goku and Vegeta reached Blue Super Saiyan 3 and mastered it. They were training to infuse their Kaioken with Blue Super Saiyan 3. Another 10 years passed in chamber. Now they were able to use Kaioken 100 times, with any transformation they want, even their Ultra form. They also improved their ki control to improve their fusion. They continued to train for another 20 years, while fighting each other in their Ultra forms, trying to reach new height. Both of them felt a tremendous surge of energy. They screamed as they tried to unleash it. This was it, the new level of power of their Ultra form. They have reached something beyond Ultra Ego, beyond Ultra Instinct, their new greatest power. This power would make the angelic time chamber tremble a little. Even if it was little Goku and Vegeta were not ready to face the angels, so they decided to control their overflow of ki. Goku said, "Vegeta, this power, it's like Super Saiyan form of Ultra Instinct." Vegeta said, "You are right, Kakarot. So this was the key to get even higher. We Saiyans just have to infuse our Super Saiyan form with whatever divine power or technique we get." Goku said, "Let's master this form and then infuse our Super Saiyan 2 with it." Vegeta said, "Yes, let's do this." But suddenly a black lighting aura started coming out of both of them. They started screaming as they were in pain. Their body wasn't ready to handle this power. After some time, when the aura stopped coming out, they decided to make their body ready by infusing Kaioken 150 times with their Ultra forms. They decided to name their new forms Super Saiyan Silver and Super Saiyan Purple. After recovering their ki, they started training with each other in their Ultra Kaioken 110 times. They were not able to use 150 times for now. They trained non-stop even if their ki ran out. They needed to prepare their body to handle those transformations. Hundreds of years passed inside angelic time chamber. Finally, they could use Kaioken 150 times. This power was enough to easily defeat a god of destruction, but not an angel. They decided to finally transform into Super Saiyan Silver and Super Saiyan Purple. They screamed, They have now transformed into their greatest forms. They decide to test their power. Vegeta says, Kakarot, let's see who's more stronger. Goku said, get ready to lose, Vegeta. They started fighting. The realm of angelic time chamber was trembling. They goes on it for 3 days. They were only able to use 5% power of their new form. Their power was evenly matched, so the match ended in a tie. They decide to fight continuously until they run out of ki, and start again after they recover. They do this for 100 years. They were now able to use 50% of their power. Vegeta said, with this power we can easily get out of here and defeat all gods and angels. Goku said, no Vegeta, we need to become more powerful. We don't know how powerful angels actually are. Remember, if we fight those damn deities, Zeno and Grand Priest also might consider as enemy. So we have to prepare ourselves. I will kill them all as soon as I feel like I am powerful enough. Vegeta said, then let's reach third form of this state. And so they continued their practice for another 200 years. It was getting more and more harder to perfect their new form. It was easy reaching 50% of those form, but after that, it was getting even harder as they progress. They were only able to use 85% after such intensive training. They were now insanely strong compared to what they were before being trapped. They were using their blue Super Saiyan 3 form as their base state. Even if their ki ran out, they recovered enough ki to turn into God form in a minute. They trained even if they were out of ki. More than 500 years passed, they were finally able to master their new forms. Vegeta had an idea. He thought of using Kaioken with this form. They slowly started with Kaioken 2 times, then 3 times. And eventually reached Kaioken 150 times. They felt like they could defeat some angels, but not Vis. In real world, 1 month has passed. Vis constantly sensing ki signature, it was too little to notice. Despite being low, Vis noticed that it was divine ki. A family or divine ki. But Wise couldn't remember where he sensed it, so he decided to look into this matter. Meanwhile, Gohan, Piccolo, Goten and Trunks finished their training on planet Yardrat. They learned instant transmission and spirit control. They were ready to go to Earth, so they could use Dragon Balls. They detect Den ki signature and teleports on the lookout. Den was surprised to see them use instant transmission. Gohan asks Den if the Dragon Balls were ready. Den answers him saying, yes Gohan, Dragon Balls are ready. Gohan says Den to summon Shenron. Den summons the Shenron. There was earthquake all over the planet. Skies turned black. Lightning was seen everywhere. All humans were scared to see that. All Z fighters were shocked seeing the summon and asked Den what was happening. Den told he upgraded Dragon Balls. They were more powerful than Namek Dragon Balls. Gohan asked Shenron to collect all God Ki he can find and transfer it inside Gohan. Dragon fulfills Gohan wish. The God Ki Shenron gathered was immense. Due to his power being increased, Shenron gathered God Ki from whole solar system. All Z fighters were amazed to see Shenron power. After collecting God Ki, Shenron transferred it inside Gohan. Gohan started shining. The area was illuminated with bright light. Gohan has now turned into Super Saiyan God. Goten and Trunks were impressed to see him. Goten and Trunks said that they also wanted to become Super Saiyan God. But Shenron interrupted and said it cannot happen because all God Ki that he could gather has already been given to Gohan, and asked if there is anything else they wanted. So Piccolo said he wanted to get his potential unlocked. Shenron unlocked his potential. Piccolo was feeling very strong suddenly. Gohan and Piccolo decided to see how strong they were. But before that, Gohan decided to ask about Goku and Vegeta. So Shenron told him that they are alive and have reached a new form. A form that no one has ever seen. Everyone was not shocked or something like that, because they already knew Goku and Vegeta are the one who could do something like that. And so Shenron took his leave. Gohan and Piccolo entered Time Chamber and decided to start fighting. Their speed and strength were evenly matched. They goes on fighting for a long time. But eventually their ki runs out and Gohan returns to his base state. After recovering, they start fighting again. Do this for 5 years inside Time Chamber. Gohan has now mastered his Super Saiyan God form, and Piccolo has also acquired a new form after getting his potential unlocked. Goten and Trunks also entered Time Chamber to get stronger, so that they could help their father. On entering Time Chamber, they saw Piccolo and Gohan fighting with each other and decided to join them. The chamber was overflowing with God Ki. Gohan saw them coming and stopped, asking them if they were here to join them in training. Goten and Trunks said yes, and they started training together. While training, Goten and Trunks were feeling high ki pressure. This was the dense God Ki scattered all around Time Chamber released by Gohan. This pressure increased their training efficiency. They trained fighting each other, changing partner each round, every time they were out of energy. They rest and use the time to eat. 8 years passed inside Time Chamber. While fighting each other, Trunks and Goten felt a weird power. They tried to release it. Gohan was shocked to sense God Ki inside Time Chamber, wondering where it was coming from. Goten and Trunks transformed into Super Saiyan God. They have continuously absorbed God Ki inside Time Chamber that was being released from Gohan. Goten and Trunks were happy that they transformed into Super Saiyan God, but Piccolo and Gohan were shocked to see them transform. Goten came near Gohan and asked him if he could help them test their power. Gohan agreed. Goten and Trunks were ready to go. Gohan transformed into his Super Saiyan God. They started fighting. It was easy for Gohan to handle them. Trunks asked Goten to work as a team. Goten agreed. Now they were starting to corner Gohan. It was getting harder and harder for Gohan to handle them while they were working as a team. So Gohan decided to show them something. Gohan screamed. Gohan has now transformed into Blue Super Saiyan. Goten and Trunks were shocked. Gohan came at them with high speed and knocked them out cold easily. After they woke up, Goten asked how they were. Gohan praised them, saying they were good. Both Goten and Trunks were happy to hear that. When they came out, Den told them that Bulma wanted to see them, so they teleported to Bulma. They ate there cause they were starving. After taking meal, Bulma gave each of them a belt. They were confused, but Bulma told them that it was the device she was working on. They can adjust gravity through it to train, and taught them how to use it. The device can increase gravity up to 10,000 times. They thanked her and left with some food for training. Gohan has mastered his Blue Super Saiyan by now, and Goten and Trunks mastered their God form. Meanwhile, in a part of Multiverse, Heart was making plans to get Universe Seed. He had already formed a team.
See what happens next on Anime Theories.
Tell me in comment section if I should add Broly in next part. I'm setting a subscriber aim of 200 subs. Complete it for a new storyline, a new what if discussion.
If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell icon so that you don't miss any upcoming stories or parts.